Walking in the light of faith. For we live by faith, not by sight. 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 7. Have you ever found yourself driving through a thick fog? You know the road is beneath you, and you know your destination is ahead, but you can only see a few feet in front of you. In those moments, you don't stop driving, you just move forward with a different kind of focus. You rely on what you know to be true, even when you can't see the whole path. That is exactly what the Apostle Paul is describing in this short but powerful verse. For we live by faith, not by sight. To live by sight is to rely only on what our eyes can see. The bank account balance, the news reports, the current state of our health, or the obstacles standing in our way. But to live by faith is to rely on the character of the one who holds the universe. Today, let's explore how we can lean into this warm, uplifting truth and let it quiet the noise of our worries. Living by sight feels safe because it feels like we are in control. If we can see it, we can manage it. But the truth is, our physical sight is limited. It only shows us the right now. It doesn't show us the not yet. When the Israelites stood at the edge of the Red Sea, their sight showed them a dead end. When David stood before Goliath, his sight showed him an impossible giant. When the disciples were in the middle of the storm, their sight showed them a sinking boat. If they had relied only on their sight, they would have stayed in fear. But God invites us into something deeper. Living by sight tells us, if I can't see the solution, there isn't one. But living by faith murmurs, even though I can't see the way, I know the one who is the way. Faith is about acknowledging a greater reality, the reality of God's presence, His timing, and His unwavering love for you. So what does it look like to walk by faith in our daily lives? It looks like trusting the heart of the Father when you cannot see His hand. Walking by faith is a rhythmic process. It's taking the next right step, even if the destination is still hidden in the clouds. It's choosing to speak words of hope when the atmosphere feels heavy. It's waking up in the morning and saying, Lord, I don't know how this situation will resolve, but I know you are already in my tomorrow. Think of faith like a spiritual muscle. It grows stronger, not when everything is easy and clear, but when we choose to trust God in the middle of the I don't knows. It is the calm assurance that even the ground feels like it's shifting. We are standing on the solid rock. When we stop demanding to see everything clearly before we move, a beautiful peace begins to settle over us. We realise we don't have to figure it all out. Living by faith allows us to exhale. It takes the pressure off our shoulders to be the fixers of our own lives. We can rest in the truth that God's perspective is infinite. He sees the beginning from the end. He sees how the bitter waters of today will become the sweet springs of tomorrow. As Hebrews 11 verse 1 tells us, faith is the assurance of things hoped for, the conviction of things not seen. It is a warm inner light that guides us when the world feels dark. As we close this reflection, let's take a moment to look at your own life. Is there an area where you've been straining your eyes, trying to see a way out? Is there a worry that has been clouding your vision? You are encouraged today. It's okay if you can't see the way yet. You are not walking alone. The one who promised to never leave you nor forsake you is holding your hand. He isn't asking you to see the whole map. He's just asking you to trust the guide. Let's choose today to live by faith. Let's choose to believe that His goodness is chasing us down, that His grace is sufficient for this hour, and that His peace is our inheritance. You are safe and held, and the path beneath your feet is secure because He is the one who laid it. For we live by faith, not by sight. May this truth fill your heart with a new kind of courage today. Is there a specific situation you're trusting God for right now? We would love to stand in faith with you. Please drop a prayer in the comments and our community will lift you up as you take your next step of faith.